So, all right, everyone. We are back with the Metal Gear the Metal Gear watching. I guess you cutscenes for Portable Ops. This was the second game we couldn't really play for Metal Gear. So we're going through the cutscenes for this. And then after this, we will start with Ground Zeroes. Right? There's no more after this. It's going to be straight into Ground Zeroes.
Yes.
All right. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get started.
You came to save me? You didn't even know if I was still alive. Why'd you put yourself in danger like that?
Because you're our boss. Besides, we knew you wouldn't let yourself get killed in a place like this.
But saving me's not gonna...
We need you. Don't forget that, Snake.
All right, let's get out of here. I know where Metal Gear is. Our business here is finished.
Roger that, boss. There's a passageway up ahead that's only lightly guarded.
He name dropped Metal Gear. Maybe you guys should have
Into the line, Snake.
The hell?
These are capable men you lead, Snake. I never thought a Fox agent, a specialist in solo sneaking missions no less, would have his comrades come rescue him. My mistake. You nearly slipped through my fingers. I must remember to thank Ursula.
Ursula? The precog working for Jean.
She's a mystery to me, but she does have her uses. Anyway, now that we're both here, we can get on with the questioning. The legacy. Where is it? I know you stole the KGB's half. Now tell me where it is!
The KGB? What are you talking about?
Still playing at denial. Have it your way. Your men die by my hand one by one until you change your mind.
You know, this never really works when it comes to... Oh, damn.
Stop! Where's the philosopher's legacy? Where is it?
I don't know! Stop it! I don't know anything, I swear!
You're lying. You must know where the legacy is. The Pentagon told me.
The Pentagon? Why are you so concerned about what's happened to the legacy, Cunningham? What's your stake in this?
Enough! You'd better start giving me some answers, or else. You!
Snake, get in.
Elisa, why are you...
Hurry.
Go on without me, boss.
Oh,
Hurry.
Quit your whining. The bullets went straight through. Now get up.
Don't just stand there! Stop them!
Okay, step on it.
you know, he's not quite as impressive in this game as he is in the other games. Like, I kind of expected there to be a little more
Looks like we shook them off.
competence, I guess.
Glad to see you're still in one piece, Snake.
How's our wounded?
I'm not the world's best field medic, but his condition looks stable.
Good.
I thought you specialized in solo missions, but it looks like you can lead a squad, too.
Knock it off.
Hey, Snake, who's the dame?
This is Elisa. She helped us escape.
You got one of Jean's soldiers to join our side? Just out of curiosity, how exactly did you manage to get a girl like this? Don't you think she's a little young? I mean, another 5 years and she'll be a real knockout of a...
Kyle, this your goat right here, this Campbell. You seem to talk pretty highly of him. This man's out here doing his best Yuta impression, bro.
woman, but...
Let's go, Snake. We should check on the location of the plant while it's still dark out. The lights should tell us exactly where it's located.
Right. You lead the way.
I'm kind of surprised Campbell doesn't make a reappearance later
About
on.
what Campbell was saying.
You mean
He does.
About waiting another...
Well, I mean, like, in Big Boss's sort of era. Because Campbell comes back later on for Solid Snake's era. But I'm kind of surprised that we ended up with Miller instead of Campbell as, like, sort of Big Boss's right-hand man. Especially in this series. Because practically every fucking character ends up being connected to Big Boss or the boss in some way, shape, or form. I can't help but wonder...
Well, that's why we needed to introduce Miller, so we know who trained Solid Snake.
True. Right, because Miller is in the first game as well.
For 5 years?
That's not what I meant. I mean, the reason why you betrayed Jean and saved me. You never told me.
Haven't I already explained this to you? I want you to destroy Metal Gear.
I thought you were loyal to Jean.
I thought so too. At first. Even now, I'm still grateful to him. In East Germany, Ursula and I were used like guinea pigs. He saved us from that. But the communists, the Americans, they're all the same. All the military wanted was to know the secret of our ESP. They only wanted us so they could use our ESP in war. So once again, I ran away with Jean.
Then why did you end up betraying him?
It was the nukes. No one should ever be allowed to use nuclear warheads. Not ever. I'm a victim of the atomic bomb, Snake. My parents were nuclear physicists working in the Soviet Union. There was an accident at the Kishtim facility, and they were killed in the ensuing explosion.
Kishtim. The nuclear disaster in the Ural Mountains.
Yes. And Ursula and I suffered the after effects.
Man, thank
It
goodness
still haunts
Snake is
me in my
just
dreams. I
such
see my
a
parents
good
dying in the
encyclopedia of
explosion.
information.
I see the ashes of death falling from the sky. Soon afterwards, we gained our abilities. Right after we were sent back to our country.
I've been exposed too. The tests at Bikini Atoll.
I know. Somehow, I could tell.
Is that why you saved me?
Perhaps. I think I probably wanted to leave some hope.
Wait. Snake was at Bikini Atoll? What the fuck? Why would he have been there? For anyone who ends up watching this later on, Bikini Atoll is it's a nuclear testing ground that the United States used, but they used real-life American soldiers as guinea pigs in those experiments by having them step on deck as the bombs went off in the horizon to study the effects of radiation on people. There is no reasonable way that Big Boss, being as high profile as he was, would have been used as one of those guinea pigs.
For the future. With this
Actually
body, I'll
makes
never be
no
able to have
sense.
children of my own. So instead, I'm placing my hopes in you.
Why me?
I just think you'll make a great father someday.
Lisa, I'm sorry, but I'll never be a father.
Damn.
I mean, he's not wrong.
This is the place. We should be able to see the plant's
I
location.
like how
from
she's
here.
like, I think you'll be a great father.
That's where the
So that was a
here.
fucking
I
lie.
think so.
Something's not right. It's pretty late at night for them to still be working. It might be worth checking out.
Right. And Null's still undergoing readjustment. With me gone, it'll take a few days to get him prepped. Now's our chance.
Then the only thing we have to look out for is Cunningham.
No. Jean is the one you should really be afraid of. The Successor Project was designed to produce a battle commander capable of commanding the perfect soldier. I've never actually seen Jean fight, but I think his reflexes may be even faster than Null's. And his battle technique is patterned after the boss herself.
Must have taken some guts to turn on him. Are you afraid?
Yes, but I believe in you, Snake. My sister foresaw you plunging the world into fear. I foresaw you stopping Metal Gear. It was the first time in our lives our visions weren't one and the same.
I will do both.
It's like, it makes you feel any better. You're both right in one way or another.
I believe in you.
better get back. Once we catch our breath, we're heading straight for the plant.
Is that Metal Gear?
So this is Metal Gear.
Okay, let's hurry up and plant these bombs.
You're not getting away from me this time, Snake.
Gene. Metal Gear.
But who?
Missed. What power? This weapon. No one will make an exile of me.
Hello, Walking Alice.
You worthless turncoats! Watch as I teach this rabble-rouser a lesson. Get out, you intruders! This base is mine!
I already uploaded the High School DxD book
Colonel
review,
Skowronski?
so that'll be public later tonight or tomorrow.
I want it move!
Freeze, Gene. Kind of an anticlimactic way to end it, huh? That's your trump card? Tell your men to throw down their weapons.
Trump card. You certainly put on a great sideshow, Snake. Even I didn't see Skowronski coming. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to share with you my true trump card.
What?
Wake up, Ursula.
Elisa.
Dang.
Ursula, don't. Snake, shoot me.
Elisa, what are you talking about?
Hurry, Snake. You have to shoot me before Ursula awakens. Shoot now. If you don't, I'll...
I'll kill you, Snake. Kill you before you spawn your accursed snake children.
Wait, what the fuck?
Psychokinesis.
Ursula and Elisa were originally one personality, but in the process of artificially augmenting her mental powers, they split into two. Ursula gained the greater powers at the expense of her emotions. That Metal Gear may be only an incomplete prototype, but dear Ursula more than makes up for its shortcomings.
How does it move like that? It's like it's not a machine at all.
What the fuck? So they're the same person?
Elisa, stop!
I mean, I guess it's not too crazy because I don't think we ever saw them at the same time. It's just really trippy.
This boss is like a different pain in the ass.
Yeah. Keep in mind the controls would be like the worst you could have played. Imagine playing this on controls worse than MGS3. Good job, Snake. You murdered an innocent girl, just as the boss intended.
Elisa, get out of there!
We're all from America.
Elisa, I'm sorry.
He beat Metal Gear. Metal Gear, done in by a flesh and blood human being. So that's Big Boss. It's all over. Our nation will never be built.
Wonderful! Only you could have destroyed Russia with Ursula at its helm. I can see now why you caught Ocelot's eye.
Major Ocelot from Gru? What does he have to do with this?
I like you, Snake. You're a fascinating man.
Enough.
Out of nowhere, he just hears a meow.
Just the fucking cat call out of nowhere, and Snake's just like, I know that voice. Although, can I just say, I just love the fact that it's been like several years since that incident, and Snake immediately upon hearing Ocelot is just like, what does that fruit pie have to do with this?
Gene, I destroyed your Metal Gear. You can't blackmail the world with nuclear attack anymore.
Sure I can.
Give it up. You're finished.
You destroyed my Metal Gear? Why, Snake, whatever do you mean?
What? Ghost, this isn't a good time.
Snake, it's not over. Not yet. That was not the ballistic launch Metal Gear. That was Metal Gear Russia, produced for performance evaluation. It was a test model.
Test model? Sokolov, you're alive.
Well,
of course. So you're the ghost. You
What the fuck? Did you know this or no?
designed the Shagohod, so naturally you'd know about Granin's Metal Gear too. That's why.
Ah. So it was you who was feeding Snake information, Sokolov. Of all people, I never thought you would betray me.
Yes, you did rescue me from that prison camp in Russia. Thanks to you, I was reunited with my family. For a little while, at least. I will always be grateful to you for that. But launching Metal Gear into Russia, that I cannot condone.
Is it never confirmed what happened to Sokolov at the end of MGS3?
Wasn't it always... Weren't you always under the impression that before Vulcan started to torture you, you heard him kill Sokolov?
Fuck, I actually kind of feel a little bad here. Because that means that everyone basically forgot about who the fuck Sokolov, like what happened to Sokolov, despite him being a major part of the story. And I don't think I ever remember if he died or not. Huh.
I was under the impression that he died during the torture scene.
That's crazy.
I simply could not bear to see my own creation turned against the motherland.
And so you collaborated with Snake.
No, he is dead because I remember there being a call where you told him that after you're done with the torture, that Sokolov has been killed.
I guess since he died off screen was retcon?
Sokolov, you designed the world's first nuclear armed tank. You're a rocket scientist. You defected to the United States and participated in the development of Metal Gear. Surely you must have known that one day it would be used against the Soviet Union.
He did not think this through.
That's the real Metal Gear?
Yes. Russia was a decoy. Ursula bought us plenty of time.
Gene, stop!
Shoot me if you like, Snake. But ask yourself this. Are you worthy enough to pull the trigger? You've inherited the title of boss, yet you've never stopped to think about the future you want to see.
What?
Soldiers, hear my words! The Cold War will soon be over, for the United States and the Soviet Union no longer have the strength or the authority to shape the world as they see fit. Even as America sinks deeper into the quagmire of the Vietnam War, her allies in the West have achieved tremendous economic growth. And with the collapse of its planned economy, Russia can no longer keep up with the financial demands of her vast army. But the end of the Cold War does not mean that peace will follow. Freed from the domination of the world's superpowers, nationalism will soon be the driving force behind global politics. And the ever-widening gap between rich and poor will fan the flames of hatred between nations. Nuclear weapons will slip from the superpowers' grasp and spread throughout the world. Soon, no one
The
will
fuck
know
is he
when
talking
or
about?
where the nukes will come from. Today's ally may be tomorrow's bitter enemy.
Bro, he's quoting the boss directly.
The time may come when soldiers of the same country will kill their brothers, just like you are now. Who of you can say that tomorrow
In
you
fact,
won't be
do
able
it now. Prove your loyalty.
aiming your rifles at your neighbors, your comrades, your families?
Stop it, Gene.
Is there no one who has a grudge against you? No one who mocks you? No one who really needs you? Is there truly no one out there who would kill you?
Knock it off, Gene.
One of my men is standing amongst you right now. His instructions are to kill you for your betrayal.
He's lying. Don't listen to him. He's gonna kill us. It's going to kill us. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Snap out of it.
Your enemy is standing right beside you. Is it you? Or perhaps you? This planet is like a giant bomb. See how easily it blows itself to bits with a single nuclear warhead. Or rather, a single bullet.
Could you guys not lose your fucking cool, please? Well, no, they're going off on it.
Who's shooting? Who's shooting? The bastard shot him.
Stop! Cease fire! Make it stop, Gene!
If you want them to stop, then why not stop them yourself, Snake? Metal Gear is ready to launch. I have no further need of this plant.
So you kill your own men?
I don't have to kill anyone. These men are quite capable of doing it themselves.
Damn.
Humans are fragile, foolish.
Did you really just say damn at the same time I did, bro? Bro, you can't say damn when I say damn, bro. That ain't how this works. This man really out here saying damn at the same time I do, exactly at the same time? Nah, that's sus, bro. Stop being sus. Alright, let's continue.
Violent creatures. See for yourself, Snake. See what mankind truly is.
Snake, look out!
Oh wow, they're all dead.
They're all dead. No.
I didn't hear anything about using the perfect soldier, did you? He's supposed to be undergoing readjustments.
Where is he? Where is that man? I found you. Tell me, why are you still alive? I used to get dreams about my comrades. They'd come save me with strong arms and laughing voices. When I woke up, I had nothing. No joy, no sorrow, no hatred, no memory. When I wake up from the darkness, all I see are the bodies of men I've killed, lying in front of me. My memory is riddled with corpses. I know. Everybody dies. Crime, disease, accidents, war. No matter how noble a person you are, no matter how good a soldier, There are no exceptions.
Nah.
Even if I don't kill them, they die. This world is full of death.
Fake news.
And yet you won't be killed. Why? Why do you still live? What do you hope to accomplish by living?
I know your name.
Name.
It was 4 years ago, in Mozambique. There was a child soldier fighting with a guerrilla group in the struggle for independence. He killed dozens of government soldiers with just a single knife. He'd throw the enemy off guard with the innocent frankness of a young boy. Then he'd prey on them with the cold cruelty of a hunter. He spoke a little German, so his enemies called him Frank Jaeger, the Frank Hunter.
Frank Jaeger. My name.
Don't do this. The strong arms, allies who will help you, are somewhere else.
No. I am the perfect soldier. Where I exist, there are no other soldiers. So I don't need a name. I am No. And when you're dead, I can go back to being No.
I mean, technically, this is actually a really good skill feat for Big Boss, because Null's statements are absurdly good. But he can't handle a shotgun, it seems. Well, I mean, he can dodge bullets in real time. Look at this. Look at that. Kyle, you could be playing this right now if you could have just gotten this on PlayStation.
Alright, he's failed, but he's stunned and his tongue can dodge lasers.
Even then, you were the one who stopped me. I was raised by adults to be a tool of war. But you defeated me. Watched over me.
I'm sorry. I thought you'd have been safe at the rehab facility. I had no idea they'd subject you to this. It had to be the philosophers.
It's okay, Big Boss. You're always there to save me. You help me fill the void inside.
Let's get going. It's time to blow this place. Cunningham.
Glad you can make it, Snake. To be honest, I'm a bit surprised. You've come much further than I'd expected. He was right about you.
He?
But that no longer matters. You've got no reason left to fight. Your mission is over, Snake.
Mission? What are you talking about, Cunningham?
All right then, Snake. I'll explain it to you. I don't answer to Gene.
What?
The CIA may control Fox, but I don't answer to them either. My employer is the U.S. Department of Defense.
What do you mean?
Everything you've seen so far.
God damn, your government is nothing but a den of snakes.
I don't want to hear that from you. You don't have much room to talk on that situation either. Don't be mad just because ours have cool jetpacks and have like fucking backstabbing with them backstabbing.
CIA and the Pentagon aren't on the best of terms.
You're talking about a fight over budget?
No, not that. The Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. The covert ops in North Vietnam. The influence of the CIA in America's military affairs grows with each passing year. The Pentagon brass started to feel threatened. And then they found out about the Metal Gear project. They enlisted Gene, Fox Unit's commanding officer, and had him steal it before it could be handed over to the Russians. What do you think would happen if Gene were to launch Metal Gear into the Soviet Union? The CIA'd lose face, and the military's influence would immediately start to soar.
You were trying to get Gene to use the nukes on purpose? Are you out of your mind? You'd start an all-out nuclear war.
Wrong again, Snake. Gene is just a renegade. And the Russians are the ones who built this base. The fundamental design for Metal Gear and the nukes it carries are Russian-made. And you blame Washington? Besides, there'll be no evidence left behind anyway. See this, Snake?
A Davy Crockett.
Exactly.
Wow.
A miniature nuclear warhead.
This game actually is like a direct
Soviet
sequel.
made. After Gene launches Metal Gear, I'll obliterate this base. Not a single blade of grass will be left behind.
What are you going to do with the other soldiers?
Those Red Army rebels? What do you care? They're our enemies. But you're different, Snake. You carried out your mission well. You followed the script he and the Pentagon wrote for you to the letter.
Script?
Do you want to know the real reason you were sent here? Because we knew you'd throw a wrench into Gene's plans. We needed someone to sneak into enemy territory alone, recruit the rebels to his side, and leave Gene with no choice but to launch Metal Gear. The only soldier who could pull it off was you, the legendary hero, Big Boss. And sure enough, that's just what you've done. Now you've done quite enough. We still need Gene to launch Metal Gear. It's part of the Pentagon's plan. And we can't have you disrupting that, too.
Incredible.
There's a heliport on top of this base. Get on the chopper, Snake. Once Metal Gear has been launched as planned, we'll take you back to the States. After this place is nothing but cinders, you'll be a hero once again. It won't be the CIA congratulating you, but you'll get over it. What do you think you're doing, Snake? Are you still blinded by your loyalty to the CIA? What has the CIA ever done for us in Fox? They sent us on the most brutal missions, and when I came back wounded, they shuffled me to a desk job. They did the same to you, too. They cast your mentor, the mother of our special forces, out into a foreign land and left her there to die.
Damn.
Don't tell me you're doing it for the Russian soldiers here. Pathetic fool. Go to the heliport, Snake. I'm not letting you through. Go back.
I can't let you use Metal Gear. I'm doing this out of loyalty to myself. I'm not gonna live my life the way the boss did.
Have it your way. Now you're a real traitor.
Well then, let's get down to business.
I like how the jetpacks in the older era of Metal Gear are actually really fucking big. Like, that actually looks like a plausible propulsion jetpack someone would have in real life. I know jetpack's probably not the right word for it, but like, I think you guys get what I'm saying. It's actually not a bad story either. It very much feels like a proper sequel to MGS3.
Why, Snake? If you'd just gone home to America, you and I would have been given the highest honors a soldier can achieve. And now, look what you've done. But I'm not gonna die alone. I'm taking you with me.
Cunningham, no!
Anything you want to talk about it? You know, I know you're kind of dead, but like, feels like
Nice of you to join us, Snake.
These are the Metal Gear engineers. You killed them.
No, they killed themselves. They all despaired of their crimes and decided to die.
Crimes? You mean the fact that this is all a Pentagon conspiracy?
Conspiracy? I see. Cunningham must have spilled his guts. The poor fool. He died never realizing he was only a puppet after all.
Aren't you the puppet, Gene? The Pentagon was trying to get rid of the CIA.
Wrong. I've I've known everything from the very start. The Pentagon's plans, that Cunningham would betray me. Everything. I simply used it to my own advantage for my real plan.
Real plan?
I won't be launching Metal Gear into the Soviet Union.
What?
The Pentagon must have been prepared for the possibility that Cunningham might fail to erase the evidence. They're probably in negotiations with the Red Army as we speak. Even if I launched Metal Gear into Russia now, it wouldn't trigger a war.
If Russia isn't the target, then what is?
Virginia, USA. The CIA headquarters at Langley.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Philosopher's twin layers will be obliterated.
You're launching a nuclear strike against America? But if you do that...
Chaos will be created on an unprecedented scale. Worst case scenario, America ceases to exist as a nation. The existing world order crumbles. And Russia won't escape unscathed either. Metal Gear will have been launched from a Soviet nuclear missile base. Under a storm of international criticism, the Warsaw Pact will lose its sway over the Third World. It may even face armed conflict with NATO.
Why? Why would you do that?
To free the world from the Philosopher's control, I'll create a new global balance of power of my own design. My goal of building a new nation of mercenaries with only the most capable soldiers is real. But this peninsula is not the right place for it. Our nation will be an organization of shadows, without shape or form. We will lurk deep underground.
Dude, did every single fucking group after this encounter just steal every single one of this guy's fucking ideas for their fucking regime? This man is literally out here just dropping the entire blueprint for the rest of the series. Man, no wonder fucking Ocelot basically gets fucking everything. This man fucking played everybody.
And intervene in conflicts all over the world. History will be ours to control. I will accomplish what the hollow shell of the philosophers could not, with a superior breed of soldier. This organization will be the true Peninsula of the Dead. I call it Army's Heaven.
Army's Heaven.
I will not allow the world to be a playground for abstract national interest and petty political gambits. I will use superior force of arms to achieve superior force of will. Thus, I will make the world whole again. For I am the successor, and this is my calling.
You're nothing but a dictator.
What?
You use fear to keep your soldiers in line. You use words to deceive your allies. You exploit those who look up to you as a mentor, and then you throw them away. The country you're building is no heaven for soldiers. The place they're looking for is outside your heaven.
Open your eyes.
Is that really where the name Outer Heaven came from, bruh?
It's all part of a greater mission. Compared to this calling, the individual wills of individual soldiers are meaningless. Those who have no calling must be given one by those who do. They must follow the teachings of those with a greater will.
I suppose that'd be you.
It is my calling, and I will bestow it upon others. The countless masses with no wills of their own must devote their lives to a higher cause. They must give up their trivial lives, their petty contentment. They must sacrifice all their energies to the cause, pour their feeble lives into it, as the boss once did.
You're full of yourself, Gene. You're not worthy to speak of the boss.
So, you never knew.
What are you talking about?
6 years ago, during Operation Snake Eater, Volgin launched an American nuclear missile at Sokolov's research lab.
Yeah, I was there.
This caused a change in plans, and the U.S. government had to assassinate its own operative, the boss.
Yeah,
to
I was
prove
there.
its innocence. And you were the assassin, Snake.
Yeah.
Do you really think Volgin committed that terrible crime of his own will?
What?
It was all a setup from the very beginning. Volgin launching the nuke, the boss's death, even your mission in Groznygrad, Snake. It was all the work of your country, and a single, deviously cunning strategist.
You're saying it was all a setup? By who?
The boss gave up her life, even if someone else willed it. She sacrificed her own life for her calling. It was a noble act.
That's not just 4D thinking. That's some 5D level intellect.
So I don't know if it'll be confirmed in this game, but I did watch a video talking about like who was responsible for every event in Metal Gear, and I always found it kind of weird because it was talking about Ocelot, but the guy had a skit about Ocelot setting up the events of Metal Gear Solid 3, and at first I didn't really understand it, but watching this, yeah, Ocelot set up Metal Gear Solid 3 to a fucking T. So that means when he's telling Volgin not to shoot the nuke, that's just to provoke Volgin. Because Volgin's the kind of asshole who would absolutely shoot the nuke just to be a fucking dick about it.
So I don't know this skit you're talking about. Do you want to fill me in?
No. So the guy made a video about Ocelot being like the smartest character in the series because he basically planned out everything, etc. And in the skit, it's Ocelot calling the CIA, being like, and basically he's saying that Volgin's gonna do this and this is gonna happen, etc. But he's basically saying, oh man, it would take a really smart person who would really want their career to be promoted if they were to somehow get an agent to give Volgin weapons to set off a chain reaction to weaken Russia at the same time while also gaining advantage of the Philosopher's legacy. But you would need like a super soldier that you would need access to and someone to kill them probably from their own side. But, oh, well, you guys wouldn't have anyone like that, so I'll just let you guys to it. That's all I had to report. No, like basically the entire premise is just that fucking Ocelot would just feed people ideas throughout the series, and they would think it's their own idea. Because he does it to Solidus, and he technically does it... What?
That makes a scary amount of sense, because that sets up what happens during the events of 1 and 2.
Yeah, because he also sets up Solidus in MGS2, and he technically set up Liquid, because I believe you find out at the end that he had planned for Liquid to lose as well. And all of it was just a plan so he could set up MGS4, which is the only plan in the series that actually fucking works. Bruh, Ocelot's too... Although that probably means Ocelot knew who his mom was, and he probably just killed his mom just because he knew she was important enough and probably strong enough to stop him too.
Bro, if we end up doing like Ocelot versus Ada, I'm gonna ask Nguyen to give Ocelot like the big brain meme.
Set it up. You don't need to know the answer.
You just have him be snarky. He's just like, God gifted you with big titties. God gifted me with a big brain.
So we're saying is Ocelot's the real villain of Metal Gear? No, he's the real hero of Metal Gear. Because technically, this is a man that makes Aizen jealous. Aizen over here with his 4D plans. Ocelot being like, bro, you had like thousands of years to plan. I had like 10 years, and my plan actually worked.
So this is kind of like the misconception about Ocelot. Ocelot's not a villain, he's an antagonist. He's technically not in the wrong with everything he does, he just goes about it in the most scummy way possible.
Although this begs the question of how many events in the series are actually random and how many of them are done by Ocelot.
Wait, he also sets up MGS5.
Yeah, he's the one who plans out Venom Snake, but he's also the one who helps build the original Zandabar land for the original Big Boss in MGS1. So that's where it gets kind of like how much shit that went wrong in this series was all his plan and how much of it was other people doing stupid shit that he took advantage of. Because...
Well, it's Also, no wonder there's a trophy in MGS3 if you kill Ocelot. It's like a time paradox. Yeah, no shit, because nothing else happens in the series.
Yeah, because technically, the only events in the series that Ocelot I don't think has any hand in, which I could be wrong about this, we might find out later on I'm wrong, is Ground Zeroes and the reason the Patriots broke up in the first place. But if we assume he had a hand in those two, that would be fucking crazy. Doesn't that mean he'll set up the original Metal Gear as well? No. I believe the original Metal Gear... So, Ocelot set up the plan for MGS3 to happen, but he probably had no idea... Oh, wait. If Gene Satan was done by one strategist, and I think we find out later on that Gene's plan comes from Ocelot. We're going to have to keep watching, because I think Ocelot does explain later on that he told Gene what to do.
The only thing you need is a calling.
This man is too fucking crazy.
Neither can your old teacher, nor your so-called friends. Join me, Jack. I will give you your calling.
Whoa!
I'll find my own. You and your phony ideals can go to hell.
You are a soldier after all. It seems we'll never see eye to eye. Well then.
Was that a pun?
Time for talk is over, Snake.
Stop!
You're too late. All preparations for Metal Gear's launch are complete. What the? Who? Ursula!
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Rising Revengeance 2, we find out that Ocelot was the one who previously funded Senator Armstrong.
Oh, imagine if Ocelot and Armstrong met and Ocelot's like, you know, America's right to the core.
No. Like, he also proposes for him to go under the nano machine treatment.
You find out Ocelot's still alive and all of it was just a plan to come back. Bruh.
Stay out of my way, Ursula.
Nuclear warheads must never be used. They are terrible weapons. Everything dies. People, animals, trees, the earth. Even today, they suffer still. I know their pain, their suffering, their cries, their hatred.
Ursula? Or is it Elisa?
You read my thoughts, Ursula. I let down my mental defenses thinking you were dead, but it's no use. You can read my mind, but you can't keep up with my body.
Elisa!
Damn. That was fast. She didn't really put much of a fight there. What do you guys make of the latest JJK chapter? We'll talk about that
I'll have
afterwards.
to find another way.
It's only 20 minutes.
Gene, stop.
Snake, they've already input the trajectory for Metal Gear.
Snake, please. That's my last name. Call me by my first name. Billy.
The backup launch control in a nearby room. Gene is going to use it. Stop him.
I will. Don't try to talk.
Don't worry. I'm okay. Snake. Oh, Snake. Everything is clear now.
Oh,
Children
look.
seem to die around him quite often.
What?
Children seem to die around him quite often.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing he didn't become a father.
The futures we saw were one and the same. Snake, you will destroy Metal Gear. And you will create a new Metal Gear in its place.
Wait, she's seen the future?
Your children, les enfants terribles. Snake, your son will bring the world to ruin. Your son will save the world.
What are you trying to say, Elisa? Elisa!
She could not have been more clear, Snake, about what she was saying, bro. She was not trying to trick you.
How much she could never foresee.
Well, I guess
She couldn't foresee Ocelot.
Bruh. Nah, you're gonna find out that Ocelot had fucked with her vision so she couldn't see his master plan in play. Cause she didn't see the events of MGS4. She saw only up to MGS2. That's gross.
This is the end, Snake. Metal Gear has already entered launch mode.
Metal Gear!
Trajectory calculations and target locations have been set. No one can stop it now. Not even you, should you defeat me. But I know you won't let me go without a fight. And I too have a reason to fight you. To prove who I really am. Let's find out who the true successor is. Snake, let's finish this.
Oh, what the fuck? Yo, did you see that?
Let's finish this.
This man's doing his best fucking Wesker impression. Let's fucking go.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country?
Hold on. You're telling me fucking Big Boss is out here fighting people who are fucking dodging bullets in real fucking time? And I'm supposed to fucking believe? No. Alright. Skullface, what was your game plan exactly, bro? Now I'm questioning your logic.
Is this really hard to believe when he literally compares to his son who can literally dodge lasers?
No, it's fine. It's just that, like, what was everyone else's game plan exactly against Snake? Because, like, I can see Ocelot doing this shit because Ocelot's, fucking stupid. But what was everyone else's game plan to fight Snake if this guy fucking was like, hey, bro, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and dodge your bullets point blank range. Don't mind me.
Getting that Ocelot could literally intercept lightning.
No. I'll still argue, even if people disagree with me, that Ocelot's stronger than the boss, even by, like, probably the end of MGS3. But, yeah, this is just fucking silly. He's gonna Kamehameha! He's got a fucking cooldown timer? Okay, so if he's comparable to the boss, we're just gonna assume the boss is doing this shit too? How many knives does he fucking have? What the fuck? Just use a fucking gun, dude. Oh, that's lame. He has a fucking cooldown timer after a fucking Wesker fucking charge. That's lame. No.
I don't believe it. A product of the Successor Project. Beaten by a flesh and blood man like you.
I mean, I killed the original boss.
It seems you are the true successor of the boss.
Yeah.
The story about soldier genes. Perhaps it was true after all. You are the true successor.
I don't know what you're babbling about, Gene. How do I stop Metal Gear from launching?
Don't bother. Once the launch countdown has started, there's no way to stop it. Get out of here, Snake. And take this with you.
What's this?
The equipment, personnel, and funds I amassed in secret to build Army's Heaven. All the data is stored on that film. No one else knows about it.
Why are you giving me this?
Because you and I are the same. Someday, you'll be glad you have it. The one who fights and survives must carry on the legacy. Such is our fate. Go, Snake. I've said everything I need to. You
Now, I
are
want
the
people
one
to
who
remember
will inherit my...
Solid Snake is able to also beat Big Boss in hand-to-hand combat in the original, like, 2D Metal Gear game.
He beats up an old man. Let's be clear about this.
Yeah, like, age really takes a toll in fucking Metal Gear.
I think it's important to. I think it's important to keep that in mind. Personally, but you know, whatever.
Well, even though Ocelot is like hands down way stronger when he's an old ass man than he is when he's younger.
Yeah. But Ocelot's built different.
My genes.
If you put Ocelot in there with the Jujutsu Kaisen card, I bet he'd be able to put Sukuna down.
Oh fuck! I can't wait for that. That series has been going on for a while, man. It'll be interesting to see when it's over for sure. But let's continue.
You are the true successor.
Thanks.
Be loyal to yourself. Go forth and find your own calling.
Gene. Sokolov, do you read me? The countdown for Metal Gear has started. The control panel is locked out and won't respond. How do I stop it?
I can see from here that the control circuit has been locked. But Metal Gear's solid rocket motor does not have a post-ignition fuel control mechanism. Once it goes into launch mode, there is no way to stop it.
I don't care if I have to destroy this whole base, as long as it stops the nuke.
If you can dismantle the Metal Gear unit itself before ignition, you may have a chance.
The Metal Gear unit? You mean that thing that's attached to the missile warhead?
Metal Gear is no mere nuclear missile. It is jettisoned from the booster at 3,000 feet above the target and parachutes down to the ground. After that, it launches its payload of miniature nuclear warheads. By destroying the Metal Gear unit before takeoff, you can prevent a nuclear strike, even if you can't prevent the launch. However, the Metal Gear's designers anticipated this, gave it armor thicker than a tank's. And should the rocket itself be damaged, the entire silo could explode.
Sokolov, why don't you say a rival? Lamau, true.
Please, like, let Big Boss fucking, like, punch it and break it.
Bro, imagine Big Boss just jumps in and breaks it with his bare hands together.
He does. I'm just fully prepared to say, like, people in Metal Gear are just fucking built different.
Yeah, people are getting tired of JJK by the looks of it.
But I can't sit here and let the
I'm getting tired of it, like, last year.
Wait, where's the perfect soldier at? Should he still be alive?
Damn! It's not working! What are you doing? Those weapons won't do any good! Get out of here before you're caught up in the blast and killed!
You risked your life to save our motherland!
Now it's our turn to defend your country. You've given us a real reason to fight, Big Boss.
All right.
All of you.
Could you at least
what? You're all diamonds in the rough.
You're all diamonds in the rough. Could you guys have brought something a little heavier than a fucking AK-47?
Snake, do read me. Metal Gear is on its way.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's in space. So how many times does he use the cardboard box? And it actually works? The cardboard box always works, bro. What are you talking about?
You did it, Snake. You succeeded in destroying Metal Gear.
Wait, how?
Metal Gear has deviated from its course and is in freefall. Sensors show that the nuclear
I guess he
warhead
damaged it
launch
enough.
tubes have been shut. Well done, Snake. Snake?
Impressive. I never imagined they'd have a facility like this right underneath the CIA. Back when Fox was around, I wouldn't have been able to sneak down here. I've been sent to meet you, Mr. Director.
And who are you?
My name is Adam. Remember me now?
No.
Hell yeah. The fucking legend is already here!
At last, we meet in person.
Adam. The triple spy for the Philosophers. So you're Ocelot. You say you're here to meet me?
That's right. We confirmed that Metal Gear entered launch mode. The first wave of nukes should arrive here within 30 minutes.
I'm aware of that. I'm heading for the shelter as soon as I can. But I can't leave these documents here.
Documents? Related to the Philosophers?
Yes. A list of members, along with data, locations of portions of the legacy stashed around the world. So long as we have these, even if the United States does perish in an atomic storm, the Philosophers will be born again.
Splendid. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
What the hell are you doing? You're not planning to betray the Philosophers, are you?
Betray? No, I'm not going to betray them. I'm going to end them. Then we'll take back what you stole from us. We will carry on the spirit of the true Patriot.
The true Patriot?
It's all part of our plan to make the world she envisioned a reality. And so, I've come for the other half of the legacy.
This man really just showed up, took the leg. I like how Ocelot had like almost nothing to do with the game, didn't show up fucking once, was briefly mentioned, casually shows up at the end. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and solve all the problems of the story real quickly. Yeah, no problem. You can thank me later.
I heard they and also like connected the dots for some of the biggest problems that happen later on in the series, and it's just like that makes sense.
This man's just built different.
Quite a welcome back home.
Campbell, you healing up all right?
Yep, nearly good as new. Can't wait to get out of here, though. That nurse is an unholy terror. It's all your fault for pushing a wounded man too hard.
What about Frank, the child soldier from Mozambique?
He's alive, though he's a mess both mentally and physically. I guess he'll be in the hospital for a while. After that, I don't know. He may never be able to go back to leading a normal life. So I hear they did a cover-up job on Fox's rebellion.
Yeah. They're saying I was sent out to take down a Soviet missile base. That's it.
Can't say I blame them. After all, how do you share the news that the U.S. homeland was facing nuclear attack? Don't beat yourself up over this, Snake. You did your country a great service. You deserve that medal. No one knows that better than you and I.
Yeah.
So what'll you do now, Snake?
I don't know. But I've realized something.
What's that?
I'm not living unless I'm in battle. So I have to find my own reason to fight. I have to pass on what's been handed down to me.
Take care, Snake. We'll meet again someday.
So that was a fucking lie. Also, I do like how this game confirms that Adam was Ocelot. Ocelot's the reason for the Patriots? Probably. Although, I think the Patriots was more so a group decision. It's just that, but he by proxy just did everything for it. Hello, Jeremy. Oh, the little fox symbol. Phone call time.
Well, I'll be damned. So it was you who was feeding me information. Yes, the DCI's death should pass as suicide. They'll claim he did it because he felt responsible for the theft of Metal Gear. We can look forward to a major shakeup on the 7th floor at Langley shortly. It looks as if everything is going exactly the way you wanted it. When the DCI saw the trajectory data you supplied and found out he was the target of the nuclear strike, he brought the Philosopher's documents right to me. Yes, we should have known Gene was serious about launching those nukes. Seems our insurance policy came in handy after all. He did quite well. And now, I've got the legacy. Is that all part of your script, too? Using him in the Fox unit like that. Only you could have pulled it off. But you won't be using me anymore. Battle data. From the Perfect Soldier. Gene's genome? I see. Intriguing. I'll help you with the project. But on one condition. I want him to join us. Yes, Big Boss. So that we can become the Patriots.
So, for those of you who are unaware of who he was talking to in that phone call, he's talking to Zero, the major from the first game. So, when the medic girl tells you that Zero's being held captive, that's probably true. However, she's probably being fed misinformation. Because he's the one who told Ocelot where they were going to be. And Ocelot's the one who ended up taking them out. So in order to do that, he couldn't have been imprisoned the way Paramedic implied from the earlier discussion. But yeah, so then from here on in, Ocelot gets Big Boss involved with the Patriot program. Big Boss will leave the program over the Les Enfants Terribles, which... Actually, hindsight being 2020, I can't... Well, no, yeah, because Gene's data was to build the perfect soldier, and then they used Big Boss's DNA to make the perfect soldier. I'm surprised no one made clones of the boss. The technology for making the clones probably just wasn't available. And technically, Big Boss's DNA or his genes are better than the boss's, technically. But yeah, so, and then from this one going forward, we have Ground Zeroes is the next game that starts off with. So, we're gonna start Ground Zeroes next week, right? Or do you want to start the intro and get through the intro section today? He seems to be busy at the moment. I did see the new Jujutsu Kaisen chapter, the leaks. Yuta is a fraud. Of course, everyone saw that coming. Everyone who wasn't biased knew that that man was a fraud every which way, shape, and form. The second he had to use Gojo's body as a weapon, kind of cringe, not gonna lie, kind of trash. But yeah, so that covers the events of the MGS games. So portable ops comes first. Then we have Ground Zero. Then we have Peace Walker. But there is no game, as far as I know. Well, except for Devil. Devil's just coping too hard. There's only so much copium a man can reasonably withstand before he loses himself. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yuji also uses a binding vow. So he's also slowly becoming. Oh wait! Who the fuck was arguing that they didn't know about binding vows? Was that you, Kyle? Were you the one arguing against Devil that the characters didn't know what a binding vow was or how to use it? Where's Devil at? I need to message Devil. Yeah, I need to ask him. Because if that was Kyle who argued that, because I believe Kyle did argue against Devil's position that the current cast of characters did not know about binding vows. And if that's true, and Kyle did argue that, this new chapter is a big fuck you to that idea, because Yuji uses a binding vow to damage Sukuna's soul more consistently with his punches. And I'm sure his binding vow is something really dangerous, like he can't chew gum every fucking Tuesday or some shit like that. It was Kyle? Damn. If only Devil were here to enjoy this moment. Oh, no. Oh, Kyle proven wrong. Love to see it. Love to see it. Although that does beg the question why Gojo never used binding vows to increase or to change his abilities, advantages, and disadvantages. I wonder if he was just so confident in his own ability that he never bothered to mess with binding vows. What's wrong with being a merchant? So it's kind of a joke among the community that Sukuna is stated to be like the strongest character in the verse, but then the more we learned about the verse and the more we learned about Sukuna, it went from being, oh, he was the strongest to, oh, he's the only guy here who can actually use the world ability. Toda also used one? True. Alright, so Kyle's just wrong about binding vows in general. If Kyle ever asks or talks about binding vows, just assume he's wrong. Because unless the information comes from somebody else, Kyle is no longer a credible source on the binding vow situation. That's crazy. He's still on the call. I can see his icon, but I guess either he's just ignoring me or he's out right now. But I can see him. I can see his avatar unlocked. Yeah, because I'm not sure if the game plan for today was to finish with portable ops or if we were supposed to start Ground Zeroes today as well. Well, he hasn't set up a stream here, so...
I'm back from phone call.
Oh, you just missed me roasting your ass, but it's okay. So, are we going to just call it here for a day now that we're doing portable ops, or do you want to try and get through a little bit of like the intro of the Ground Zeroes?
Well, I'm gonna try and get through Ground Zeroes. Are you capable of joining through PlayStation, or how's that situation going?
Does Discord on PlayStation work? Because PlayStation got Discord recently.
we can. I can transfer and try.
You want to just test that now? We can test it now, and then we can see how it goes.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so like we can try. It's just all about whether or not people
Well, okay. So to be clear, as long as you can stream footage and still talk to me on your PlayStation, then we're good to go.
Well, I don't know if the PlayStation broadcast will pick you up. That's the problem.
True. Okay, let me end the stream here. Yeah, that's right. Let me end the stream here, and then we'll give that a shot then. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of this stream here. Kyle's going to be starting up a Ground Zero stream on his channel, and hopefully it'll be able to pick up my audio. If not, I'll have to try and figure out a situation with my bird, work that out for next week. So, I'll see you guys on the next streamer video. Take care, everybody.